Hello, my name's Will, and what I do is I talk a lot about staff safety. Now, one of the elements I would like to focus on in this video is a conversation that I'm getting a lot over the past few months, especially because we're coming out of what we would refer to as lockdowns. And the subject is e-learning. Now, many years e-learning's had a bad, shall we say, bad image. Some of it can be very boring, laborious, some of it can be really, really long, and some of it can't be as interactive. However, e-learning has evolved a lot, and it's actually helping a lot of people now, especially staff that are working from home, or shall we say, not only just isolated, but alone within their, shall we say, their careers, in a sense of to remind them of their personal safety, or when they're lone working, or even when they're actually dealing with, shall we say, clients, customers, or members of the public. Because when you look at it, when we work on a daily basis before the pandemic, if we had, shall we say, a problem with somebody, member of public, client, customer, whoever it was be, we could turn to, shall we say, a colleague in the office and have a chat about it. Whereas now, a lot of people, especially staff, are working from home, so it's not as easy just to have that communication. And sometimes that sharing of good practice, that idea of passing information to each other, how to deal with situations, has, shall we say, been cocooned in a way, and it's not as easy to talk to colleagues as much. So e-learning is what I would call a refresher. We get loads of clients coming to us saying, we've got staff members that can't work within certain guidelines, or they're struggling, shall we say, to keep on top of things because of the pressures that everybody's under. Then they can't meet, shall we say, in a classroom collectively in a safe environment to actually go through some form of training session. So I always encourage them to say, well, okay, then can we do it in different forms? Can we do a blended approach? I.e., can we do e-learning? And then once they've done the e-learning, then we'll put them on a virtual classroom, a short one, just to refresh them, get them to share good practice. E-learning has its benefits if used correctly. If you've seen a previous video of mine, I talk about what you should be looking for when it comes to the type of e-learning, especially around the subject of workplace violence. Look on a link below that I'll put in there. But e-learning is something that nobody should turn their nose up at, especially if your staff are not collectively being trained together, or they're not getting any, shall we say, refresher skills, or shall we say, reminding them of their own personal safety. So what I would say to you is this: take a quick look over your staff right now, even those that are working from home. Have a look at them and think, right, are they actually, shall we say, getting training to the required level of the risk that they're meeting? If they're not, and you know that you can't put them collectively together, well, why not just go for e-learning? I mean, the e-learning packages we use are very interactive. They make people think. They have questions. You have to move objects. You have to answer questions. There's scenarios that we try to put you through. And then again, if that's not just what you need, that e-learning package, we have our virtual classroom, or we have our blended approach, which for more information, get in touch. But e-learning has evolved a lot. That's the aim of this video. Don't just turn your back on it and think, well, you know, that's just because you might have had a previous, shall we say, a not enjoyable experience with e-learning. Does not mean it's not in existence. My only concern at the moment, and this is me being a professional in the industry of personal safety, lone working, and dealing with difficult people, all under the umbrella of workplace violence, is that a lot of staff are missing out on training. And that training is there to, shall we say, refresh, remind the senses of how to stay safe. Need any more information on our e-learning packages? Don't hesitate, get in touch. We can even put you through, if you're an organisation, put you through, shall we say, a trial period to see what you think of it. But the feedback we've been getting since we've been pioneering with e-learning and organisations we work with has been really good. Thank you for watching. Please stay safe whatever you're doing. If you have any further questions, contact us on our various media, social media sites, or basically come straight to us. We're more than happy to help anybody, especially around staff safety.